Alright, this seems to be working. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gots to love the internet and stuff. Alright. Things seem to be working now. If it ends up being a little choppy, please let me know down below. I'll try to keep an eye on it, but if it starts getting a little crazy, please, yeah, again, let me know. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, everything's at 60. Yeah, I don't know. I literally did nothing else except for just restarted my computer. That's all I did. I just restarted my computer. I don't know. Computers are fun, right? I love the little, not sure what those are. Little glow sticks you got there, Jason? Those look awesome. Much better there? Okay. There we go, Welder. Thanks, Welder. Thanks, Razor. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Things seem to be looking all right here. Anyone else on today? Double check. Oh, just Razor right now. That's okay. What was that? I was going to do this quickly before I get going today. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? With this butter? It might be a little choppy right now. This is because I'm not on the Final Fantasy screen right now. How's my Friday been so far? So far, pretty good. Woke up, paid bills, and got some coffee. Got me some Timmy's, some Timmy's and a large double and a Boston cream. And then I'm happy. That's all I need. Just need my Tim Hortons. As any Canadian would protest, that's all you need to be happy. Oh man. Alright, I was going to delete forever. Just in case someone clicks on that one wrong. There we go. Let's click on this. Still showing me 60 frames a second. Oop doopy doop. Spent time at your girlfriend's parents last night? That's always fun. That's always fun. Unless it's like the very start of a relationship, sometimes that can be a little scary, but oh my gosh, I haven't seen Vanessa's parents for over 2 years now. It's 2.5 years since I've been back home. I think, yeah, 2.5 years. But yeah, hopefully I get to see him again sometime soon. We plan on taking a trip start of September, end of August, start of September. Just been working a lot, but finish your student loan. Yeah, it's always a good feeling. I think I still got a little bit more to play online. I don't know, that just comes out every month. I don't even pay attention to it. I think I still got like 10 grand out of my 60 grand in total, I think. Like you had dinner with adult beverages, so you didn't have to drive home. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, your drinking age is older than ours. Is where I grew up. The drinking age was 18. I'm like, well, I didn't meet Vanessa until I was like 24 or something like that. But yeah, adult beverages. Oh my gosh. Still remember my first beer. I was 12. I mean, what? Oh, actually, it's one of those, me and my friend were bugging our dads, and they're like, yeah, here, take a sip, thinking we wouldn't like it, and both of us really liked it. So they're like, nope, no more of that. But, yeah, oh my gosh. Life is good. Life is good. Oh my gosh, I should actually check that. I think I've got about 10 grand. Got a couple years left to pay it off. Who really rates the legal age? It's so strange that it's 21 in the States. I don't get that. That's so weird to me. It's so weird. Even where I currently live, this province, it's 19. So what was really weird is when I went to school here, I started, it was a quarterly school, so I started in June? Yeah, near the end of June. So a lot of my classmates were like right out of high school, like just 18, some of them were 17, right out of high school. And like we'd be, a couple of us would be like, yeah, let's go grab a beer, like after class, go grab a beer. And like half the class couldn't come with us. More than half the class couldn't come because they weren't 19 yet. So weird. But yeah, so I grew up, I was 18. But also grew up in a small town, so it was kind of, as long as it's safe. Oh, you don't like beer but enjoy cider stuff? No, that's perfectly fine. I got lots of friends that don't drink beer. I got lots of friends that don't drink at all. They refuse to drink. They well, again, because it's legal in Canada, they partake in the marijuana smoking, because that's illegal here, so it's okay. Lucky you don't have student loans. I'm not worried. I don't know about other countries, but in Canada, student loan debt is good debt. I could have paid off my school in like one lump sum because I literally waited a while to go to school, so I saved up money to go to school, and I could have paid it all off. But my financial advisor advised me against it. He actually said, take the loans, which I was going to take the loans anyways. He's like, don't pay them off. Just have that money that you have saved for it, have that in an account, and have the money come from that account every month. And don't worry about it, because it's good debt. It increases your credit, so it's good. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Again, that's here. That's here. And also I had two different loans technically. I had a loan from my province, and then a loan from Canada, the country. So it's kind of interesting. I went to a trade school. See, I went to a technical institute. So I went to a school where it was, again, it's kind of like a trade school, but for I took 3D modeling for animation in games. Like, I didn't take any other classes. It was just 3D modeling and anything related to that. I didn't have to take any like electives, or I didn't take any like other classes or anything. Just focused on what you wanted to do. So I guess that's you can call it a trade school, right? It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. But you're a welder, right? You're gonna go for like I'm not sure how far you've gone into it, but I know I think it's gotta be about the same here as in the States, where you have different seals. I've got a couple of friends that have their red seal, which is kind of one of the highest, and I have one guy I know. I'd call him more of an acquaintance, but he's got his underwater, so he can actually do scuba welding, underwater welding, which is really cool. He's a really cool guy. Again, one of those like cool guy. I mean, I wouldn't call him up to hang out, but so more of an acquaintance than a friend. But it's pretty cool. All right, well, what are we doing today? Oh, let's see. Welding, construction, medical, all in one campus. Yeah. Again, I could, don't quote me because I don't know the exact stuff, but I know there's certain, they call them seals, I believe, and then depending on your level, you have to go up to a level. You have to like take a test. You actually have to take like go to classrooms to sit in written tests, and then do practical tests, and then take a final test, and then I think it's like a month or two, or you get to do kind of testing stuff, and then you go up, and essentially each seal you do means, again, I'm not sure how it all works, because again, I didn't do it myself. Just hearing from friends were like, yeah, if the welders say, depends on the jobs you can actually take, and the higher up you go, the more you can get paid and stuff. Because a lot of the welders I know are from like pipeline welders, growing up in the prairies in Alberta, lots of oil and gas. So yeah, a lot of them do stuff like that. It's similar. Oh, you don't want to deal with interest. See, that's the thing, is we don't have interest in our loans at all. I had zero interest on my loans. Their trades are, yeah, zero interest. As long as you pay it, there's zero interest. If you skip a few months, they might start adding interest, but I think. Yeah, see, welder, it could be something like that. the welding position, thickness of metal. Could be that. Don't know exactly how it all works. I assume it's kind of roughly the same because I know you can, if you're in Canada, you can go to the States and work and vice versa. But yeah, I'm not sure what they're dealing with to get up a level. But yeah, I think do they call them seals where you're from? I'm not sure. Oh, hey, Tikal. How's it going? Oh, no interest until you get a job? Oh my gosh, yeah, we have no interest, period. No interest, period. Which is nice. All that good credit. Much as that's helping me. I mean, I can't afford to buy a house in this market anymore. I mean, to buy a house in the city I live in, I'd have to have $250,000 cash. Not going to be happening anytime soon. It's certifications. Yeah, again, they might just call it seals for something. Probably the certification. I'm not 100% sure. But maybe I will talk with some of my friends. My girlfriend's, her brother-in-law is a welder. I'm not sure what he is. And I've got a couple friends. Gosh, I probably know a good 24 welders. And thinking about it, him, and then I got some friends from school that went to welding. I've got about 5 or 6 cousins that do welding. Man, I know a lot of welders. and then I'm the one that went to I'm the one that moved away to the bigger city, and I'm the only one doing anything tech related. Electrician, lots of electrician cousins too, and mechanic cousins. Lots of electrician, welders, and mechanics. Good trade. It pays well. Well, depends on your position and what you're doing, but most of the guys I knew did welding and stuff for pipelines, so that was good money. And then they spent all their money, and now they're all broke. Or like totally in debt because they bought like 3 cars and a big house, and then the jobs dried up. But anyway, oh boy, let's get into this one today. All right, so apologize for being a little while with not playing. Had some issues where they told me they were going to be cutting power. Didn't actually cut power, but I didn't want to start streaming while that might happen. Didn't want to be like partly through a stream or all of a sudden my power just cuts off. Mainly because I didn't want to touch my computer all those days. So I had like 3 days where I didn't touch my computer. And then yesterday they're like, yeah, it's actually happening today. So that's why I wasn't able to stream. I apologize for that. Again, it was one of those things they told me I should have been well in advance. I should have. They told me it was only going to be so long. I shouldn't believe them. I ended up being like, I think it ended up being like 10 hours or so. But yeah, very glad here. Also, next Thursday, I might not stream only because Vanessa is taking a day off. Well, she's not taking a day off. She's taking a work from home day. So I'm going to try to convince her to let me stream for a little bit. But depends on how her work is going. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. Tikal, I don't know if you're going to be able to join in-game at all. Take a friend list. But I think you said the dungeon's coming up right away. So where are we right now? What are we doing? What's going on? We taken the city. We're working on our new adventure. We're trying to find the vault somewhere that it's got like a treasure trove underneath the city somewhere that's hidden. Apparently it's been hidden for 20-some years now, and no one's found it. So we're gonna find it. It feels like it's the interlude between what's going on, what's been going on. Like they got a little bit of filler at the start of the patch notes, which is interesting. Oh, I only asked because I think you said that there is a dungeon coming up. Yeah, real building Ala Mhigo. Yeah, so we're trying to get the money to help build. Lise is now the leader of Ala Mhigo. I mean, they don't really have a leader yet. They're in between. They're trying to figure out what they want to do, what kind of government they're going to have, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're working on rebuilding it. It's gonna be interesting. All right, but let's talk to Alphino here. Oh, the dragon. Hey, the dragon. Didn't say anything earlier. Okay, double check it. Yeah, for sure. We'll see what's going on. Okay, big robbery mission. Let's go. All right. Alphino seems eager to share his theories. So he's got a theory of what's going on. Let's accept this. So actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. I sense a rival treasure hunter overhears. Oh, in the case of rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but it's certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene in the southern edge of Loch Seld. Let's go. Ooh, also, I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently PlayStation yesterday announced Final Fantasy, well, I guess Square Enix. It was during the PlayStation event, so I'm probably going to be for other consoles also, and PC. But Final Fantasy XIV has been officially revealed, and I'm excited. I am excited already. I think it looks good. But lots of jump cuts in that. Can't really tell exactly what's going on, but I am excited. Oh. And I'm in my floating chair. Actually, the whole PlayStation, I ended up watching a kind of a stream of it after the fact. It looks really good. I'm actually, there's a lot of games on there. I was excited. Final Fantasy, or sorry, what was it? Resident Evil 4 remake. That looks kind of cool. Spider-Man coming for PC. That looks awesome. Really excited for that. I think that'll be extra fun. Stray actually looks interesting for more of an indie game. Yeah, very excited. It looks like a fusion of 14 and 15 and hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. I still gotta go through and play 15 though. Oh, they've been showing up the first gameplay. Yeah, I think we knew about it. First gameplay. Oh, it looked like a reskinned Devil May Cry. I'm hoping... I'm hoping to call... I hope that is just how they... I'm just hoping that's how they did the trailer. I'm hoping it is more like... I mean, I'd love for them to go back to more turn-based stuff. Even like 12. 12 was... technically not turn-based, but was kind of turn-based. I want to go back to that. Go back to like traditional turn-based. I'm on the world map, run into enemies, goes to a different screen. I want to go back to that. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Have the MMOs for the action stuff, and then the actual games, or do a spin-off series that do action RPGs. But are we on series? You're gonna wait for all the episodes to release to make your final decision? Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Because yeah, I really liked Fallen Order. I'm really excited for Survivor, the new Star Wars Dark Souls-y kind of game. And Dark Souls light. I have lots of friends that don't like Dark Souls games or find them too hard that really like Jedi Fallen Order. But yeah. Yeah, 12 was a single-player old-school MMO. I like 12 a lot. Not my favorite. 9's still my favorite. 9 and 8 are still my two favorites. I love 9 and 8. I don't know why. Those two are amazing. And 6. Oh, okay. There you go. I think this is a dungeon coming up. Thank you. There, I got you here. At the party. We'll have a light party. 9 is your favorite? 9 was so good. Lots of my friends did not like 9. I really liked 9. I don't know. I like the story. I like the gameplay. I like the characters. That 9 was really well done. Love 14 here. I mean, 7's still good. I still have to finish the remake. But waiting on that for a little bit. All right, we got a healer. Oh, do we have a tank? All right, I'm going to talk to Alpha out here. Either way, I'm excited for more Final Fantasy games. Will I play it and enjoy it a whole bunch? I don't know. But hey, they're still making them. That's so good. Okay, so forgive me. It was not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lodge in sight while I explain things. Oh, okay. But prior to the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was a site of an ancient city, Scala, which rose and fell during the Fifth Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by the war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch's Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace, mentioned by Theodric's former scribe, is not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kingsmen were cast down. They are not simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying that they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove? Precisely. And since we know the court was involved, we can safely assume that the entrance to the old city would have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and gods know how many Ala Mhigans never found a trace of the trove. Very true. We, however, have certain advantages which they do not enjoy. Luneth, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Ehrenwald and I will seek out an enscrolled portal within the palace. Oh, okay, sounds like fun. All right, let's go underwater, I guess. Seven is probably the one you like least, the ones you played. Oh my gosh, I still, again, Final Fantasy VII is still really good. Oh good, I remember the key code to dive underwater. I don't know, and I don't want to change that. Shift space is not fun for that. Maybe we don't need a tank. The tanks are for suckers. Alright, where am I actually supposed to be going? Am I going the right way? Must be going the right way, okay. It's more like, I guess with the Final Fantasy series, because I mean, everyone's got a favorite. Which is awesome. And they have done so many different types and stuff, which is really cool. But the fact that they're still making them means that eventually they might go back and make some old school ones, and I would love that. Maybe someday. Ooh, and also, I don't know if you guys saw, probably not, but Warhammer just had their Skull Days, or whatever it's called, and they announced a bunch of new games, and I'm really excited for a Warhammer CRPG. Really excited for that. Very excited for that. Alright, 7 is just so-so. Yeah, I can see that. 7 was amazing at the time, for sure, because of what it was. 9 and 10 are the best for PS1, PS2 era. But 10... I did enjoy 10. I still like 8 and 9 more than 10. I really like 10 too. I had a lot of fun playing. A lot of fun playing that. Didn't really play 11. 12 was really good. 13... Did not finish 13. I could not get into 13. It was more of a... I couldn't get into the time sync of it at the time. CRPG 40K? Yes, Welder. It is a... It's like a Rogue Trader one, so I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Just like playing a bit of Inquisitor, which is like Diablo, but 40k. Okay, you discovered a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. I think with 40k games, for every like 10, there'll be one that's like actually good. Nowadays, at least. You're kind of just letting anyone do their games, which is kind of fun. Alright, this gotta be the passage here. Ooh, a stone door. No one tried looking at the stone door for forever? Okay, come to a worn stone door standing temporarily ajar. It would appear to have found an entrance to into the subterranean ruins. Alright, so link pearl's going off. The Lunith, it's Alphanon. We have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. Have you aught to report? I found another door. And you believe it leads into the ruins? Excellent. Then I propose we proceed from our respective entry points and look to meet somewhere in the middle. Come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Victory goes to the first adventurer who finds the treasure. Godspeed. Drowned City of Scala now accessible? Yes! Oh, this is going to be the dungeon. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, there's a bubble here. It's kind of fun. Very excited for that. But yeah, do we know what's happening? We got ourselves a tank. Healer and stuff like that. Oh, so Warhammer 3 is going to have a big map update soon. Well, it's not soon enough. With everything that's happening with Total War Warhammer 3, which I've been enjoying, I've been planning on making a series. I was just waiting for some updates because the race I wanted to play was broken. And I think next month I can finally play it to its full extent. Kind of makes me sad. Okay. Hey, the dragon. I'll get you going. I'll get you another invite here. But I think Total War Warhammer 3 should have been delayed. It should have been coming out like now instead of then. Oh, this. I think it's not race. It's God. It's God, right? I want to play Slaanesh. I've got a Slaanesh army for Age of Sigmar / 40k, and yeah, the Slaanesh faction is kind of broken. Not in a good way, like broken bad. Alright, so we got everyone in here. Are we good to go? I'm just gonna hop into the Discord here then. Dwarfen Empire, you mean? But yeah, all the way. They'll be back in the new update. It'd be Dark Elves, Slaanesh, are my Dark Elves, Slaanesh, Beastmen, and Goblins are my 4 that I love. Those are my 4. Those are my 4. Those are the armies I used to have a big Beastman army, used to have a big Goblin army. I had like 600 goblins, just night goblins. It was so much fun. And then I have a decent Dark Elf army. I still have a lot of that Dark Elf army. Can't really use it anymore. Well, I mean, I guess you can. And then since Age of Sigmar, the last 2 years I've made a Slaanesh army. Don't know why. I was not a Slaanesh fan until like 2 years ago, and then I started a Slaanesh army. But anyways, let us get into this. Whoop. Good morning.
Hello.
It's a Drazor.
Hello.
It's the Garlean. Awesome. All right.
Yeah. Don't mind me. Just fixing my hot pass.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Just let me know as soon as you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
The dungeon was right away.
Yeah, I told you. Like I said, it was like the very next quest you had.
Dog missionary.
Nope. It's always fun to play. Oh, I'm excited for. They're doing another tabletop game, The Old World, which Kislev is going to have a miniature army finally. Then maybe I can redo my Bretonians. I used to have a big Bretonian army too. So sad I sold all my miniatures when I moved.
I have no idea what none of that is. Okay.
Oh, it's Warhammer. That was Warhammer Fantasy and like Warhammer 40K and stuff. I had oh gosh, I probably sold like probably $15,000 worth of stuff. Probably about.
Did they give you $15,000 for it?
I got actually because I work for the company, I got most of it at like half price anyways. I ended up getting like 6 from it, so I probably made most of what I put into it.
There you go.
Because it was all painted too, so the used store that was in the town I lived in, they preferred used or painted stuff. So yeah, it was nice. I still love the look because he's like, I was like, oh, can I bring some stuff in? He's like, yeah, totally. And I came in with like 8 of these large carrying cases full of stuff, and he's like, okay, give me a month. So he like looked over it for a month before he gave me a final price.
There you go.
All right, we ready to go?
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
ready.
do this.
First time playing the job since new expansion.
Crown City of Scala. The heck are those things? Before we always just like, it's just really slow walk into the start.
Oh yeah, I love the pan around.
You gotta do the flybys.
Yeah, I love the flybys. But yeah, I'm not. Think. Do. Oh. All the pretty colors. Really be casting my area of effect attacks. What do they? Is it just me or the enemies like pause for a second?
They do pause for a second when they.
Also, my AOE stuns them for a minute.
Oh, okay.
But they also pause when they first pop out of the thing. I guess to give you a second to get aggro on them.
Oh no, I mean they were chasing us and they paused, so it must be your attack that's doing it. Okay. I was worried. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I having some issues again?
Oh no, that's just my movement.
Okay, good.
I stop to pick up the next pack. And then I move.
Yeah, and holy stuns for the first couple of times you use it in a row. It stuns them.
Good.
So it's just the comp we have kind of just does that.
I knew this was gonna happen. 1 second, controller died. We switched batteries.
No worries. We're gonna fight a water horse? I don't know what this is.
A kelpie. I think it's from a Scottish mythology or some bullshit.
Oh, that's cool.
If I remember correctly.
So many fins. Oh, the fins. Irish mythology. Okay.
Oh, Irish, okay. Same thing.
Alright, I'm coming now. Hold on.
Yeah.
There's so many cool creatures from mythology for all the different countries. So cool. Don't stand in the red. Oh yeah, I've got the holy one now.
Oh yeah, the finisher.
Cool. Yeah, different mythology is something I've always been a fan of, but never like really dove into. Away from each other. Oh, do I have to run away from this thing chasing me?
Yeah, just run away from it.
Okay. I saw you running away from it, so I'm like, I'm guessing I'm supposed to not be around this thing. Irish and Scottish. Oh, hey, Kebs. Yeah. Just kill it. Then you don't have to run away at all.
Yeah.
New boots.
Also, you might want to do that gear check thing every time we pick up a chest. If there's any kind of casting thing in there, with the gear you got, the stuff from this dungeon will probably be upgrades. I'm thinking.
Yeah, those boots were better than I currently have.
Nice.
But thanks for the reminder. I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. Forget all the things. This one. And then Shator. And then that one. And then Shator. More loot. On.
Wait, oh.
My fault.
Yeah, I was just looking at, instead of looking at my health, I looked at my TPM timer. Because it was like 1 second left.
Oh, I can revive you. Give me a second. Oh. Never mind, I'm down. I screwed up.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, actually I took my eyes off his health bar for a second.
Yeah, I also did, so I forgot to click my living dead.
Oh, good.
So, hey.
Like I said, healing is not really my strong suit. I just do it because we need one, but I'm not great at it. When you start getting up to like current level stuff, if you ever make it to Endwalker anytime soon before next one, I'll probably start playing my Black Mage, which is my main. So
I'm excited to see it. I haven't really seen you play Black Mage. I'm excited for that. Oh no, you haven't played it a bunch when we first started playing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it a couple of times. But
Yeah.
I started playing either white mage or just bard because just I don't know why.
But
So many classes in this game.
yeah.
There'll be more and more soon enough. Seems like they do about 2 every expansion.
Yep.
For now, at least. But realistically, they're probably gonna go down to like 1 every expansion.
I was actually talking about this on like there's this podcast that I watched live and I talked to the guy on Twitch and we were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
So do they think it's going to be 1 or 2 or? Watch them just confuse everyone and do 3.
They did that for Heaven's Word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did
oh,
three
yeah,
before. No, I almost let you die again because I was trying to talk because I got to hold the key down to talk. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, I was talking to the guy. I was like, "Do you think the perception of 14 will go down if they start releasing expansions with just 1 job or sometimes no job?" So I was like, if they start releasing expansions with like 1, then people will probably start seeing the game is kind of on its way down.
But yeah, from an interview I read about, is that every expansion needs to have like at least 1 new race or a new job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we know pretty much the new races are out. We know we'll probably get the female Rothgar because they kind of said they do that, but after that, I think they're done.
Yeah, but that's like the guideline for expansion that they're gone by. From what I read from the interview.
I was like, I'd love to see more. I'm guessing we have to take these little things out.
I mean, the game is still kind of at its peak right now, so I doubt there's going to be any drop off anytime soon, but it will happen eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's been slowly just rising consistently.
Which is interesting, because normally an older game like this, not that it's old, it's just... older, it doesn't rise so quickly as it did.
Oh yeah, like Shadowbringers was like a spike.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the game really didn't rise quickly. It's been getting more popular with each expansion over the course.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying is that.
Yeah. People started noticing during Shadowbringers, but most people considered it the second biggest MMO at the time anyway. Now they just think it's first.
It's been like the second biggest since like Heaven's Word.
What the heck?
It's just that WoW has always been so high up compared to the rest.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of a fun mechanic right there.
Thank you.
I'm definitely glad it's popular, that's for sure. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't like it as much if they don't have people to play with. The main complaint I see about the game is like, oh, it's somewhat of a slow starter, and I'm like, I personally thought it was great from the jump, but some people feel it starts a little slow. But hey, different strokes, right?
Yeah.
I could see the little slow argument.
But they are really been like cutting the fat of that problem. It's like, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's much better.
Yeah, and Walker says hello.
What's right?
He was saying that they kind of cut some of the slow parts. I'm like, yeah, and Walker says hello.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Which I think that's a good idea because helping getting new players in is the best way to keep it healthy.
Exactly.
That's true, but I also feel like this is a Final Fantasy game. You know what you sign up for when you play Final Fantasy games. You're going to be here for a minute. So,
oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The heck? Keep transforming thing to things. You'd like to see a new Star Wars MMO, Welder? I hear there is a new Star Wars MMO in the works. That's what one of the rumors is.
Yeah, it's been, like, I've been hearing too much about it for it to be just made up nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, they name an official studio. They say Cinemax is working on it. That's not something you just pull out of a hat if there's no proof to it.
I would love to get into like a Star Wars MMO, but when SWTOR it's SWTOR, right? I don't remember. But yeah, when it came out, I didn't really play MMOs.
And it's going to this thingy first, okay.
I've played MMOs in the past, but 14 was the one that I really considered I played. I played 11, I played, EQ 1 and 2, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like MMOs until they started getting streamlined in 2010.
I enjoyed like MMOs before then, but I played like Terra and another free-to-play one. But I enjoyed those until like, oh yeah, now you need to pay money to keep up. And I'm like, I don't have money. I'm like 12.
Yeah, that'll do that. Yeah, that's what I like about well, even Final Fantasy to an extent. But like Star Wars, you can play that whole game kind of solo. Now you can, at least now. And I kind of like if you think of it in that mind, like it's a free solo game to play. It's set in the Star Wars universe with 8 different stories. Like that's awesome. In Final Fantasy, you can essentially, if you wanted to, you're forced into doing dungeons, but you can do that solo just by queuing up.
But Realm Reborn now, based on Realm Reborn, you can literally solo.
Yeah.
Except
that was
for
kind of. Yeah, that was
you can't
kind
solo
of
it.
the whole thing lately. Go ahead. But yeah, Yoshi P was actually talking about that like last week.
Yeah, like I kind of like that idea, mainly because before I started doing videos and stuff, I did 90% of my gameplay solo, or anything.
Oh.
So
I almost always played with like a small friend group.
yeah, most of my like real life friends don't play MMOs.
Mine either. And
Yeah.
I don't mind playing with people, but that's not the reason I play this game. I played this game for the story, and I can get 10 years worth of gameplay out of it. I play with people, great. If not, that's also great.
Yeah, and I like how a lot more MMOs are doing that, where they're not forcing you to play with other people. Like I remember, like Ultima, and I used to play way back in the day. You had to like find groups, and it was a little hardcore sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not with all that sitting there, looking for a group for 10 hours. No, not me.
Oh yeah, I'm all for the convenience. Because when I played all the MMOs and I needed to wait on people, I literally just waited on either my friends or a person from the guild.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time...
I never did it with randos.
Most of the time for me, it's always... Oh gosh, I'm confused. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hit you. A lot of it was when I was starting to really get into MMOs. I was working like retail, so I didn't know exactly what day I was working. I couldn't like commit to certain times.
Oh yeah, that's like me now.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to be part of a... I'd always feel bad, like, oh, I'm joining a group to play. They always play this time, but I can never make it.
That's one of the main reasons I don't raid.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not going to have me on the schedule. Oh, you need to be on at Tuesday at 10 o'clock. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's why I can't be in a static now, because it's impossible for me to schedule it.
Yeah. That's fine.
But I still do raiding sometimes, just with pugs.
Which again, I'm glad you can do that in this game, because there's still some games out there you can't do raids without a pre-formed group.
Yeah. That's like, no.
I'm looking at you, Destiny. Going to bed like an old man there? Well, they're... Oh my gosh. Just wait till they're actually old.
Oh shit. Wait. I don't get a one stack if I shield it. Take no damage. Neat.
I remember when I was in school, I did an all-nighter and it like affected me for almost a month. I was like, ugh.
Oh yeah, all-nighters just destroys me now.
Well, we got this. Do 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 do.
And there you go.
Oh, again, thank you guys so much.
Not a problem.
Who the heck was that? I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. Oh, my character looks sad for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't think I got anything else that... No. Okay. Alright, well, thank you guys again. I'll probably hop out of Discord here quickly. There's probably going to be some cutscenes. Alright.
Sure.
Oh, bugger it.
Ah, I beat you guys. We win.
Are you all right? Aye. Everything's still attached.
Ah, it seems both our paths led here. Very good. We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous. How fared you?
Yeah, it went pretty good. Only died once.
Much the same then. 'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Well, the real question is how we're going to get that gold and stuff out. You're operating a forklift 90%. And forklifts are fun. Oh, man. Give me 1 second here. All right. Talk with Alphino here. So, Ehrenwald and I forged ahead at the fastest pace we could manage, but I was not surprised to find you waiting for us. I suppose it serves us right for challenging the Warrior of Light. Next time, we should agree on some manner of handicap. We may have lost Alphino, but think of what we found. Right, I am still reeling from the sight of that mountain of riches. What, like how you reel from the sight of that floating specter, you mean? You should have heard him scream, Luneth. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's Trove, and that's all that matters. Alright, complete that. Ooh, I'm level 71. Nice. Anything fun? I don't think I've got any abilities. What's my next ability, actually? Should be level 76, okay. Base complete. Well, it's not quite complete yet. Well, there. I mean, we found the treasure. Right now we just need to get it out, unless they just magically are like, yeah, it's all good. Which is totally something that can happen. Ooh, more orchestra rolls. Okay, Ehrenwald is grinning at Alphino's discomfort. So, all jesting aside, we must tell people the good news. And I think Lise should be the first. Seconded. There is to be a meeting of representatives from all across Ala Mhigo. So she is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? All right, let's go find Lise. Top of the mount. Which mount do we get? The draft thingy. We found it. Someone else can get it. Yeah. Just use forklifts and toe straps. Oh, I haven't seen a forklift in this game yet. Maybe somewhere though. You never know. Man, I haven't driven a forklift in so long. So long. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the answer. We found all this gold. I feel there's some Garlean magic forklift somewhere, the dragon. For sure, somewhere. Just use magic. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? Thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people. But they didn't have Luneth and Alphino to their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it, I vote it goes towards elevating the suffering of Ala Mhigo's poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say... Ehrenwald did not exaggerate, I assure you. We cannot hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Yeah, since we killed all the stuff, right? Okay, understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, and there's one thing. When it comes to drawing up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightfully tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Uh-oh, this is where things really start to turn. So, deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob gathered outside headquarters. They've started making demands. You'd best come see for yourself. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, I know. Forklift Buster has a new job. Maybe like a vehicle
all of you.
driver somehow. That'd be kind of fun.
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her! So that's what all the fuss is about.
Uh-oh.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Ala Mhigo. Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Ala Mhigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Ala Mhigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn.
And he is so good at words.
When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Ala Mhigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I mean, not a very big mob. Now he gets a standing ovation. There we go. Maybe he should be running things. No offense, Lise, but
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
I thought his name is just Tattooed Troublemaker. Also, hi, Ida. Give him a hand. They really should give that man a new arm. They can do that, right? With magic tech, give him a new arm. I'm waiting for the moment that he like one time just like throws open that cape and he's got this like awesome like arm that turns into like this huge axe or something. But I want to see, or like a gun arm like Barrett. Oh man, but seriously, I love Elise, but Oban should be the one running Ala Mhigo, I think. That's just my opinion, but we'll see what happens. All right. Rioting is fun. Oh my gosh, I have been in the middle of some riots. Well, they are definitely not fun. Oh my gosh. I mean, the ones I was in the middle of were sports riots. So mostly just a bunch of drunk people that were sad their team lost. And I might have been more scared because I was wearing the opposite team's jersey, but still. But still. And I got to hang out on the... But does he have a red dress? I mean... He can pull it off. He can pull it off. He's too powerful with 2 arms, the dragon. Oh, that's awesome. Too powerful. They had to tone him down a little bit. Okay, so thanks, Roland. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. His a difficult time tried to stem was that same anger which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All the unspent fury has been channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to speak out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. Oh. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. Alright, so does that mean I'm not going to try? The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be darned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Oh, who are these representatives exactly? Yeah, sorry about all the bots there. It's just, I don't know. I keep getting rid of them, and they keep popping up. Sorry about that. Okay, so our village elders, our refuge leaders, and the like, it wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Ukurin to participate. Ala Mhigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. A matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt the proceedings. Good to know. So let's execute her and be done with it. She asked us to... she herself asked to be put to death. Nego. I already explained why we wouldn't do that. So sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? Then there will be no one left, and will be no better than Theodric and Xenos. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't imagine it would be an easy spot to be in, something like this. Okay, so begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak to Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, aye, unforgivable things, but in some ways she's a victim of circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. All right, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come to join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers, and be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Alright, so that's what's worked. Yeah, bots are definitely no fun. I think my stream's growing when they start targeting me. Yeah, maybe they're just that bored. No, I'm still having lots of fun doing these videos. All right, so you have the commander's permission to enter then. I mean, why wouldn't I? I should be able to do whatever I want now at this point. I should be... Maybe we should be running everything. I mean, we've saved everyone several times over now. Maybe we should just become a ruler. Yeah, by only nodding, yes. That's it. The people can come to me with problems, and I will nod or I'll shake my head, and that's the answers they'll get.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
Ooh.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Ala Mhigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Oh, so her parents were also...
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Not very nice.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Oh,
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Ah!
I'm scared.
so her own
It's
people
all right.
turned
It's
her.
all right.
Yeah.
They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Oh.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Oh. So really it was her own people that kind of like drove her to that. Yeah, rarely is someone born evil there. The dragon, yeah. Oh my gosh. Go Power Rangers, yeah. do.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
She kind of just wanted to make everyone pay, right? But yeah, I can see her parents being, you know, looked down upon, but she was just a child. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't know what was going on. She clearly didn't understand. Yeah, she clearly was driven by hate there. Like she was driven by hate. Not 100% innocent herself. Now she's got the echo too.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Nope, not for us.
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
For those I've lost, and for those I can yet save.
Damn you. Damn you all.
Yeah, barely an inconvenience. I didn't even notice. We're the warrior of light. That's why, Dragon. We're doing good. Because the game tells us to keep going.
Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Alright, well, we get the orchestra thing now, and the rewards. Let's complete that. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, Lise. She's lost in thought. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Lunith, but the visions only came to me every now and then. From the way Fordona kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. And that's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the Echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring the research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General, over there seeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Alright, let's go. Yeah, I wonder... Yeah, maybe... I don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing. That's okay. Yeah, definitely her family made their choices, which kind of like put her in a bad spot, which then, you know, led to her possibly making some bad choices. So, I mean, she's definitely not innocent. 100%. I mean, how many awesome characters have been evil characters that have turned to the side of good? Maybe she'll eventually, because she's got the echo, maybe she can be redeemed. Okay, so the general's inside. Would you be joining him? All right, let's enter it. Oh, this thing was... Oh yeah, it was just inside this building. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on. What's going on here today? Why do I get like I'm getting like a Final Fantasy vibe from the Final Fantasy XIV vibe from this inside of Shinra Tower. Oh, a friend here is just saying that if angels can fall, demons can rise. Yeah, it's all about rehabilitation. Maybe that's just a Canadian in me speaking. It's all about rehabilitation. Even how our justice system works. Our life in prison is 25 years. And apparently our Supreme Court just made a decision that it used to be like you can do 25 years with no chance for parole, but now that was deemed unusual, cruel punishment. So now you are able to get a chance of parole at a certain point. Which is interesting. Okay, so what news? You spoke of Ferdola, I take it? Yes, I expected she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ehrenval noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Though have you found anything which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistance. If you have time to lend a hand... We have time to lend a hand. Oh yeah, like ours is 25 years per thing. So like, say if there's been situations when there's been someone that's done like maybe a couple murders or something like that, they'll get multiple life sentences, which, depending on how it's done, I know you can serve them together or you can serve them concurrently, like, or one after the other. So like some people have like 3 life sentences in Canada, which is 75 years. But now I think they can, after 25, they can get a chance at parole, which none of them are going to get it. But yeah, you can get multiple life sentences in Canada. And then depends on if you serve them concurrently or one after the other. I know as a country, our entire judicial system is all about rehabilitation. So we try not to put people in for extended periods of time. 21 years for you, Drazer? Okay. 15 years in Germany for your first chance at parole? Okay. Someone can max 105 years. Yeah, you can have long periods of time. And the ones that, you know, are a danger to society will definitely stay in. It's just interesting how every country has their own ideas and how it works. So the device in which Creel was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subject, while this one bears the label master subject. Were they using her to give the echo to others? The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices. I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. For that purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Interesting. There's something up here? No? Where are we supposed to go? Oh, there we go. There's something over here. So, idle conversation prohibited. Eating and drinking The final scrap of parchment appears to list facility regulations, but nothing of interest. Okay. Oh, here's a flame investigator. We'll talk with you. Alright, so many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Oh no. Oh gosh, there's so many. A few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Oh, that's really not cool. Oh gosh, and they're over here too. Oh gosh, there's got to be hundreds of them. Oh yeah, the dragon. I'm sure we have stuff like that too. Again, I'm no like expert on anything, that's for sure. Alright, so I know little and less of science, so any light you could shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Lunith, shall we start with you? Taken in combination with the testimonies of Krill and Thancred, I do believe to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case, Krill, the pattern of etheric activity would provide a model which would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Krill's echo? I believe so. Which explain our prisoner's present state. Krill is possessed with an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure garnered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at the door, day and night. If she can't help but sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see the past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'll do to you. You'll never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Ysael was completely transformed by single grasp of Hellsfigur's past. The door has been forced to experience the agony of all those lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. The results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald. They are not to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these god's-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains their best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, if not, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Yeah, she definitely... She's essentially, like... With her having to live those experiences, she's kind of... That would almost be, I would almost consider that an unusual form of torture. Like she's just reliving those moments of other people's lives that she destroyed. Like that's gotta be painful. But again, is it deserved? You could argue, potentially. Oh my gosh. You think those bots should be sentenced to 105 years? Yes, I apologize about all of those messages and stuff. Trying to get to them as quickly as I can. Yeah, very well deserved, but unintentional, very unintentional torture, but torture nonetheless. So I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Roban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. The general is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much I rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, he might not want to stay. It's a quandary which countless refugees now face. Continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth. Okay, so Luneth, a moment? Hey, Pippin. I am newly returned to Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Okay. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Next time, my friends. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes. We don't like to know about those, Alphanode, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Luneth. All the nods. Alright, let's complete that. Yeah, well, I definitely can see that as a well-deserved kind of punishment. Is having to feel what the people you hurt feel. Definitely, as the dragon says, poetic justice. The bots are not my fault. Oh, I know that. I'm trying to get to them as quickly as I can. Also, let me know, because I only see it on my view in chat. Does the name of that person still show up and just say message deleted to you guys? Or is it gone completely when it says message deleted? I'm not sure because I'm not seeing it as like not a mod or anything like that. Name still shows up? Okay, okay. I apologize. That's something I can deal with. I don't want it. I don't want it showing up at all. Alphinoid thoughts appear to have turned from adventure to administration. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Ehrenwald? I am at your beck and call. That's something I wish YouTube, as soon as I like ban them from the channel, they should just remove all of their messages. All right, so and I should be getting back to my own task. I'll organize a squad to head down to the ruins and then start preparing for our big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Lilith. Will do. Right, and ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. All right, where are we headed to? Head to Ul'dah. Also, it's interesting that, or do they explain it, and I just don't remember it, But all the refugees from Ala Mhigo ended up going past the forest and then into Ul'dah. So, wonder why were they forced out of the fort? Were they not allowed to stay here, and then they were forced to go down to Ul'dah, or how did that work? All right. Aethernet. Oh, no, I don't want to visit another world server. I want to get Aethernet. And... yeah, the Chamber of Rule. Sorry, just give me 1 second here. Yeah, I'm curious on I'm sure there's probably a reason that they that happened. You guys know. You guys know everything. Oh, they're very... the Andals barely allowed the Grendardians to live there. Okay, so they kind of like wouldn't let them stay there and kind of push them out. Okay, that makes sense. They're very seclusive. You are expected, my lord. Please proceed.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy. The liberation of Ala Mhigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future. All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Ul'dah home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Ala Mhigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Ala Mhigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Ul'dah or return to Ala Mhigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure? Wonderful.
I love that time for a drink, PTSD much. Oh gosh.
Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
I think she's definitely, as Ida said, she's grown. I think she's grown. She's definitely grown for the better now. Right now, we gotta go quicksand now. Okay. As a character, she definitely has grown as a character. Not physically, 'cause she's still short as heck, but she's not so. Oh no, this one. It's not so sheltered, it feels like, almost. Yeah, no one will recognize you now. Actually, probably no one will recognize you now. Okay, so perhaps you remember Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan will accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is a stone's throw, just beyond the gate of Nald. You're thinking grown how short she is. I meant as a kid. I just called her short. Is that something I should not have said? Oh my gosh, I apologize if that's something I shouldn't have said. Is that a bad thing to say? I apologize if that is. Oh, she 100% can't help it. She's okay. She's just fine. She's got enough money to not worry about it. So look upon this process of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's protectors both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Ala Mhigo, and 5 since the calamity, yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. Alright. Let's say your hands have been tied. Hands have been tied, my grace. Yes, my authority is limited, but that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. She will press on. I would follow the road to the unholy air. Everyone's following the new IRL. Yeah, I feel that sometimes. Taller than most of my friends, that's for sure. I'm not even that tall. I'm only like 6'2". Oh, you just put them like, okay, I'm like, oh gosh, did I actually say something that like people think of? I mean, it's a video game, so you can't take too much offense to it. But still, like, oh gosh, I felt so bad for a second. Oh, Nanamo is one of the few Lalafels you don't call potato. It's pretty awesome. Also, how is she getting around by herself? Ooh, this is kind of a cool rock. Although that is definitely going to get eroded in time and fall over. You're only 7 feet tall? Oh my gosh, that's quite tall. It was here in this wholly unremarkable place that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interest in Eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, I'm not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or extremely planned assassination. Roban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the Monstrous, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me in the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think of how many goodly souls paid the price for my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn for their games. Forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. Oh gosh, in year 5-6, now I feel short. Now I feel short. $180 or so. I guess I should say it that way, right? Well, there I should say 100 and or sorry, the dragon. I should say 188 centimeters is what I should really say. Do live in Canada. Where am I going? Okay, I'll see. Gladiators Guild. Wait, 100 oh, sorry, 5-6. I thought you said, sorry, I read that as 6-5 for some reason there, the dragon. No worries. I apologize. I read that as different. See, that's why we should all use metric. It just makes more sense. I am 188 centimeters tall. Alright, from the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust to the endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from the ignominious chapter of my life. It was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Roban. The match I'd been invited to attend was not all I was expecting. They pitted the Bull of Ala Mhigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I would not stand for such obvious injustice and demanded to see our fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Rowan to die in the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Rowan but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Roban's a man of his word, though it took him another 5 years of fighting in the Blood Sands to amass the fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate, and then I had my blade. Oh, cool. Twice. Weird to see him with two arms again. How does he see out of that helmet? It's a cool helmet. Is that something we can get? We should not use metric ever. Nope. Technically, imperial measurement is metric. It's just converted because everything in feet and inches is just converted from metric.
Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
Gosh, she like flew over those bodies.
Looking after, Master Sham. Rabon!
Your Grace. I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Ul'dah. And so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last.
I'm saying, because Uldah's not no different than our politics. In order to get into it, you have to be really rich.
And long live Ul'dah!
It's just theirs, you automatically get a seat on the table, whereas ours, you still have to pay for it. Or have others pay for it for you. That's kind of a weird system, not gonna lie. You're really rich. Welcome to running the city. Oh, Ul'dah. The words cannot express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is as that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon masters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Roban, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield, as his was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Also, like, Ul'dah is ruled by the 6 richest in the Sultana. So what happens if someone becomes richer than one of the 6? Do they just get their seat automatically and someone gets kicked out? That's kind of a weird way to do it. So Rowan would have to, like, keep making money in order to keep his seat on the Syndicate. But if he wasn't a gladiator, how was he making money? Would he have to just invest a whole bunch of it into different properties and hope that it made money? But then if you're investing it, you lose that money, but does your investment still count as having that money? Does Uldah's companies work on shares? I'm so confused. Oh, he owns the fight pits. Oh, he bought the fighting pits. Okay. That makes more sense then. See, thank you. That makes sense then. That's why he's still rich, super rich. Crypto. No crypto. No crypto. Oh gosh. No crypto here at all. The leader of the Flames. Now, see, did he become the leader of the Flames first? Or did he become leader of the Flames after he got so rich he joined the Syndicate? Must be paid as a military leader of Ul'dah. He must get paid quite a bit. Because just think, like someone does something and becomes super, super rich. Someone finds like a mine somewhere in Ul'dah and like becomes super, or Thanalan, and becomes like super, 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 super rich. He could just automatically become one of the things someone finds. I mean, we'll use our world as an example. Someone finds oil in their land. All of a sudden they become the ruler of the city. So weird. So weird. Okay. But hey, if it works for them. Oh, if it works for them. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan Sworn for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the ossuary. So essentially, is Ul'dah like capitalism to the extreme? Is that kind of the idea of Ul'dah? We smell the oil. Well, I'm from Alberta in Canada. That's basically all they have is oil. Oh my gosh, go away. They're uber capitalists. is in a monarchy. Yeah, like it's interesting because normally those two, I guess that's what Britain kind of was like way back in the day, right? You were still a monarchy, but most of the country is run by, again, this is me being completely not thinking. Well, a lot of things were run by like the rich people, right? The noblemen. Wait, no. Go in. Nope, there we go. Oh, once you get kind of rich, one of the six will notice you, either help you or crush you. I guess if they don't want to lose their place, they'll help you. But if they want to displace a rival, if they want to displace a rival, they'll help you. But if they don't want to take their place, they'll crush you. In a lot of ways, it's based on a stereotype of a certain group of people. Okay. Oh, and I guess the Razors, like they said, they tried to rig the match so Ruan could not win, so he would have died and not eventually join the Syndicate. That makes sense. Well, I mean, sorry, that was another 5 years away, right? It was like 5 years after they tried. They probably saw that he was rising in power. All right. So when the calamity threatened, Robin led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed that with all my heart that the Archon Louisois would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting the shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessing of Thal to reflect upon my choices and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a Sultana sworn worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Lunith. With Ala Mhigo now freed from Imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Oh, how are we going to aid them? Already, many displaced Ala Mhigans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate the process, I will make a small contribution of Artisans School in Rolgal's Reach. To any who wish to learn new trades, realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time Ul'dah's treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Why not? Oh, members of the syndicate for advice? Nah, don't ask them. They'll just use it to line their own pockets somehow. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? Yeah, how about that? A wise suggestion. Mayhap visit to the Golden Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Manderville? Oh, I even know the Manderville dance. I can see, Dragon, where both of those answers would have went to the same thing. So then I need to explain his eccentric nature. Let us make our way to the landing and see that word is sent to the Golden Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. I like Godbert. He's cool. Oh, I have to go to the airship landing. Okay. Where is it again? And I did unlock it before this. Oh, you don't like this part there, the call? That makes sense. Oh, Chamber of Rule, right? Yeah, airship landing, yes. I mean, he owns a golden saucer there, Trades, or he's got to be super rich. The dragon says he's a primal. Who worships him then? The gamblers at the golden saucer? Maybe the golden saucer is really built on a bunch of crystals. Okay, I've ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the golden saucer. I must confess to some excitement. Well, I guess they would have even if I hadn't visited the golden saucer, this would take me right there without having to teleport there. That's interesting. Welcome. I like how I can actually read that. Welcome. Oh man, I haven't been here for a while. Maybe I should make some bets before I leave. I've heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never deemed it would be so bright and inviting. Hey, Revan. I could have used it to take you straight away. I thought I would have had to, like, talk with her a few times, though, right? Okay, we did not come here to further away the royal coin. Okay, Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Now I'm tempted to be distracted. No, we have a mission to do. Oh, he got his Drazer. He got his craft by being craft. He got his seat by being a crafter and being rich at his craft, and then things happen. Okay, must be. Oh, it's above me. Okay. So shiny. Do 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 do. Right, I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Mandeville. Shall we sit while we await his coming? Okay. Oh, you were talking about an Ulda you can port to the airship landing. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. Oh, he's a goldsmith crafter class. Oh, cool. Which makes sense. Golden saucer, because he's a gold crafter. Okay, my apologies, Your Grace. I've kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When my son's good friend and the Sultana herself come calling, there is no more important engagement. Yes, we are very, very good friends with his son. I've got to go through and finish that quest line. Okay, so as for the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You're aware, I'm sure, that many Ala Mhigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland, and you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might be best distributed? Do we tell them that we just found a whole bunch more money and they probably don't need to do this because Ala Mhigo could probably do it on their own? Or do we just kind of let them give a bunch of money? Okay, so the unusual circumstances of our meeting and Your Grace's choice of a companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Ala Mhigo's refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most empathetically, I agree with Your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Garabani as displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, your grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are idolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Ola's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of your spending the nation's coin, and not to improve their lot, but their distant citizens of Ala Mhigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill. Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interest of the people of Ul'dah. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Ala Mhigans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. You have given me much to ponder, Lord Manderville. I thank you for your candor. Alright, so let's complete that. Alright, what are we gonna do here? What's the plan? Nanamo appears to be reassessing her plans. So, profit. The thought never even crossed my mind, but standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lessons learned and press on. Luneth, you are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Alarnard Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kunange and speak with him on your behalf. Oh yeah, okay. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report on the Aetheryte in Ul'dah. A fair journey to you, Luneth, and a swift one, if you please. Everyone's saying they want more Hildy. Okay. Maybe that's something we can do next week. Just do a bunch more of that. Maybe that's something we can do next week for sure. Right? This part makes no sense to me. Let's listen to people starve unless we can figure out a way to benefit us. I get that, to call. 100% get that. I mean, I am all about we should be helping everyone no matter what. That's why I'm perfectly fine by paying as much taxes as I do. I pay quite a bit because I know it goes to social programs that help people. And that's what we should be doing, helping each other. That's why I like your idea of building like a school and letting them learn a trade and stuff like that. I think that's a great way to do that. Even if she just did that for... If Ul'dah just put in a bunch of money for that, and then, you know, after X amount of time, that school became like a paid school or something like that. But, yeah. Yeah. Apparently, if they have a bunch of people in Ul'dah already that are starving and not working, maybe they should help them too. Maybe help everybody. The city clearly has enough money to do it. Why are people in Ul'dah, one of the richest nations, suffering at all? That doesn't make sense to me. They should be able to like get people involved in a trade, involved in something, get them be able to be trained into working somehow, right? Oh yeah, see, yeah, to call. I mean, but I mean, if they could use, so we just found a. If we just found a bunch of money, they could use that to start rebuilding and paying people, like getting them food and stuff like that, and then also train them and stuff. Or even say, for instance, a school that they go to, it has free room and board, it has free room and board, it has free food. It's like an all-inclusive school, so they can learn a trade. You could sneak it in like that, where they don't have to worry about eating while they're going to school, something like that, under the guise of teaching them something. But again, I'm not an economics bastard, something like that. Oh, so Luna, to do, but also not just do it. Sorry, maybe not just do it, because clearly Ulda has the money. Do that there, and why don't they do that in Ulda also? Why don't they have a section of Ulda dedicated to people learning a new craft, where they can live, where they can get food? You know, the city can buy the food from the farmers around them, but that'd be Tyrion. No, heck no. Again, the dragon. I pay honestly. I pay like half of what I make essentially goes to taxes, and I'm okay with that, because I can go to a doctor any moment I want to. I can see. Doesn't bother me at all. A lot of our money goes to fixing up the roads and building them up, so it doesn't cost us as much money when we're our vehicles don't cost as much to maintain and stuff. So. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, elementary school, public roads, all that's paid for. Especially the dragon. You're in Europe, right? So I'm not sure how Germany is, I think. But totally fine with that. Although I got lots of friends that are 100% against that. Very, very against giving money. They hate doing taxes and stuff, and they think it's horrible, and I'm like, doesn't bother me at all. As long as I have enough for me and my own, I'm okay. And as long as I know, I mean, if the government started like misspending stuff and just throwing stuff out, but everything that they spend there is record of and stuff, so. Oh, you're trying to follow their line of thought. Oh, I see what you're talking about, the dragon. So you were thinking you were saying it as in they were thinking it's tyranny. Okay. But yeah, it is kind of it's a weird thing. We have to give you money, but somehow make money. I don't know how you do that from the refugees here, right? Like, I'm interested to see how they're going to try to play that. I kind of see what they're going for, the idea of what they're going for here, the writers and stuff, but let's see where it goes. Okay, Lunith, to what do I owe the pleasure? Are you here on business? I'm here on business. How can we get these refugees to make us money? Okay, I beg your pardon. Her Grace of Sultana would have my opinion on how to best invest the wealth of Ulda? My dear Lunith, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure. And I am flattered that you came to me. Truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you can have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than the chairman, Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. I should be happy to arrange a meeting with you, say at the Sign's former headquarters in Thanalan? The Waking Sands would surely be a suitably natural or neutral venue for negotiations. Don't you think? Very well, Lunith. And may your dealings prove fruitful. Did I literally just come here? I traveled all the way over here for him to tell me to go all the way back. My gosh. This is ridiculous. But thankfully, I think I still have some of those letters, right? Only 3 of them left. Oh no. Oh well, I'll use it this time. In the end, it is just a video game, Revan. But I think moments like this actually, like, I like moments like this in video games because it gets me thinking. Again, it's just a video game. Don't have to think about anything. But you can put in a little bit more. Like, I can put in more thought into this, being like, you know, I could, from my point of view, I could be like, oh, maybe the depending on where this goes, maybe the writers were trying to make like poke fun or get people to think about maybe we shouldn't be extorting people. You could think it as extorting the refugees, potentially. Again, I'm not sure where they're going with it, but kind of gets you thinking a little bit. Which I like games that make me think about the world around me a little bit more. But again, you can completely play this and not even pay attention to any of that. But to those who want to think about it, they can think about it. Oh, am I not in the right place? Oh my gosh, I didn't even go to the right place. Oops. That's my bad. Oh well. And yeah, I think he's coming from a place of, yeah, you could do that, and that would be good, but your people will hate you because of it. Which, again, I also get, because Canada, as a country, we give a lot to other countries, money-wise, for different things when natural disasters and stuff happen. But we've got a lot of people in our own country that are hurting and struggling, so why aren't we using that money to help them? So I get that train of thought, too. So welcome back, Lunith. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep them at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. So very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go ahead to the waiting stands and prepare for his coming. Oh, and it just teleported me here. That is super convenient. Totally wasted one of my things. Oh well. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I've heard many tales, but never had a occasion to visit. To work then. It's the hour of our meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. Okay.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
His voice is a lot rougher, that's for sure. And most people in power are selfish in Ul'dah. That's very true.
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Oh, Lilira. Sorry, I was pronouncing that improperly. Andrew would be very upset with me.
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito. But shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say, I'm most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Ala Mhigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Ul'dah and Ala Mhigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Ala Mhigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Ul'dah.
Okay. So what they're planning is essentially helping set up the industries in Ala Mhigo. Ul'dah gets money from it. Interesting.
Ha! I am impressed, your grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
They would have to be you'd have to put a time limit on that though, right?
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
You mean like a good? It would be more like a loan kind of a thing. Like say, use easier numbers to understand. Like Ul'dah gives the Ala Mhigans $1 million to set up their industry, but then anything they start making, they get say 5% back up until that $1 million plus interest or something like that. So they say they get like, you know, they get their $1 million back, and then they get like an extra like $1 million on top of that or something like that. So until they pay back $2 million, they have to keep giving them money or something like that. I don't know. Ooh, what city should I pick? Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh no, is this going to actually affect anything? I'm curious then if this affects anything at all. I'm going to wait until see what you guys say. If this affects anything at all. I don't want to... Elegana, Elegiri, or the Saltery. I'm tempted to say the Saltery. But... I'm not sure if this is going to actually, like, change. I'm curious, does this choice... Does this choice actually change anything? I visit all these places, yes, but this is just like, say if I do the Saltery, would that change that little village that was kind of like destroyed? Would that make it an actual village now? I don't know, I just want to just put the I'm just going to pick the Saltery anyways, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. Sure.
Yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Sel.
The one I got lost in.
I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included.
I only give them a good place to the refugees to build their own little place.
Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient. And in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenard Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Well, that was the right choice. I made the right choice. Yes. Well, also because, like, it's a destroyed village, right? So I thought that was kind of cool. Also, I'm just realizing that underwater city, the reason it looked like that is because it was covered in salt. Okay.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Ala Mhigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck, then.
I made the right choice. That is very, very rare for me. All right, what is the plan here now? So I fear that it may be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. I shall not complain. We have piqued Lulorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Luneth. I could not have done it without you. She's ready to move ahead with her plans. All right. So, of course, our course is decided. I'll return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Luneth, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hex on your return to Ala Mhigo. Okay. Thanks again. Together we have laid groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the people of Ala Mhigo and Ul'dah both. Now, I'm really hoping that eventually when we go back there, it'll be like a little bustling town. That would be awesome. All right, and let's talk with Lise. And tell her near people are going to get like a loan, kind of a thing. So, Luneth, you're back. What did Nanamo say? Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So Roban says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know. I am pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorita's help is another question. After all that has happened, but on a more practical note, at least assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Ala Mhigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment we have fortune at our disposal. After all, in allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital, we will afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Alphino, it's like Kugane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless privateer have to do to earn your trust? Everything. Okay, but yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss the proposal with the Saltery's residents. Whiskar, how do you fancy explaining the Sultan's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Wat thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Luneth? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. Did Wat wish to discuss figures? My knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Okay. Oh, I'm going to be disappointed? Oh, but we don't know yet. It might be some of the other locations that get built back up. Yeah, it could take time. I mean, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. Like some MMOs, like boom, as soon as the expansion's done, oh look, it's a now bustling city. I think it's awesome we have to wait a little bit, or even like they throughout the years get a little bit more at a time for each of the patches or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. We're like, yeah, every expansion they add a little bit more and a little bit more. That'd actually be a really fun thing to see in a game. Or in the game, sorry. In a game, in this game. Or maybe it's something they completely forgotten about. Alright, so what manner of mischief brings you youngins to Old Wat this time, eh? We want to rebuild the Saltery, Grandad. Lunith, tell him about the deal. Okay, so well bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was, but that sounds like it's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up here to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to call the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Grandad. We'll take care of that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whiskar. My lad, truly I would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, aye, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Lunith? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? I guess so. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Okay, whilst you were busy attending the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Alright, so now we need to go kill some creatures. Without spoilers, have I seen any of the places that's been rebuilt yet? You need some help with that, buddy? Or are you just gonna pretend to do that for the end of time? Right then, Lunith. I've got a spyglass you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Search the surrounding for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a yabby by inspecting it with the mouse button. Start. Oh, okay. Is it Yabby? It's supposed to like change or something like that? Revenant's Toll and Elisha. Oh, I went playing as some of the changes haven't. Oh, okay. That could be because I'm like, I don't think Elisha are changed at all. Oh, it changes when I'm in the right spot. That's what I kind of thought it should do. Most games do stuff like that. Alright. Up and down the leg. Come on. No. Hmm. Where's the weak point on this thing? You would help, but you forgot where the weak point is. Yeah. 2 hours. Yeah, pretty much. I've gone on every point of it. Where is the... Okay. You'd think it'd be like near the chest. Around the head somewhere? Not the top of the head. That makes no sense. Oh. There we go, the jaw, apparently. Apparently it's jaw that's weak point. Yeah, go attack the part that's going to try to kill you. Yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. That is the worst place to have a weak point. Okay, it looks like you finally got, like you found a Yabby. They say hitting their shells is like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Hit the underside. Just hit as hard as you can. Aim for the soft underside of the head. I wish it'd be awesome if you like gave him the wrong advice and like it got him killed. That'd be an interesting way to do it. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. Oh, I was kind of hoping to actually watch the fight. Thanks, Lunith. I did as you told me, and the Wave King went down like a sack of potatoes. Oh, popotos? Wait, those aren't potatoes. I said potatoes, but that's not potatoes. Popotos. The heck is that? Oh, let's find something else. Is that like potatoes in this world? Yeah, I'm gonna kill my own Yabby here. You can kill it without just hitting it in the chin. Shoot with magic. Oh, if I get the other answer, we'd still win but be exhausted. Oh. Not as fun as him being killed there. It's basically the same. Yep, it's the same thing. Okay. It's just Final Fantasy's way of saying potatoes. Okay. Right, thinking I can handle the Yabbies now. So should we try something different? What else is out there? Search for the styling for Foibads. You can move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Okay. Where is oh, it's one of these thingies. And where is your weak spot? An eye? Yeah, I assume the eye. The whole thing's kind of just rock. Okay, so the hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should rend the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from below its brow. Okay, so, Foibad. How do I defeat one of those? Just hit it really, really hard. As hard as you can. No. Destroy the core within its brow. Inside its head, isn't it? Try to stab it right between its eyes, then. Probably better to go for an eye. It's probably the weakest part. Yeah, it's the same bot too. I don't know why. They're probably just doing it to a bunch of channels all the time. Probably not the only one. I'd feel special, but I'm probably not. Alright, Whiskar, what's up? It's not easy fighting with the Liberator of Ala Mhigo, watching your every move, but I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Lunith. I feel a lot better preparing for my patrols now. Any road, we should head back to the Saltery before Granddad starts to worry. We've been snipping into pieces. I've been snipping into pieces and fend to a Yabi's hatchlings. What? Okay. Let's head over this way. It's a thing happening on YouTube right now. Yeah. They gotta get a handle of it somehow. Considering, like, I'm hiding them from the channel and then it pops up and that's the same name, so clearly it's a different account with the same name. So it's someone making accounts and doing it. I don't get people that do stuff like that. They're the worst. Alright, so I see you return in one piece. Dealt with these beasties then, did you? Found them myself. I fought them myself after a bit of instruction from Lunith here. Like, once I've shared what I've learned to the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Hey, good lad. A fine young man you become. Whiskar, a fine young man indeed. Too often of late, I hear tales of folk over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, their heads stuck firmly in the past. We need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. Yeah! Right, a blissful arrival. Ooh, a weapon coffer. Seems satisfied with that he and Watt are of one mind. So it seems Whiskar has a Saltery's security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could have be made very presentable dwellings. A message from the general. Uh-oh. Apologies for the interruption, sir, but the general would speak with you at the earliest convenience. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here and hammer out the finer details with Watt and act as our intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. Oh my gosh, speaking today. So the general has asked that you wait for him at the main gate of Ala Mhigo Order. My apologies again, sir. Fare you well. Two more quests and I clear 4.1. Well, we can do that today. Definitely do that today. Thank you. And again, thank you to Call for keeping me informed on where I'm going and how far I'm going. It seems like each of the patches are about 4 to 6 hours, it feels like, story-wise, depending on dungeon content. It's pretty good. Ooh. Man, I miss seeing the sky like that with all the stars.
Apologies for the wait. People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal. Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Oh no.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Uh-oh. Execution is not the answer.
You would spare these animals. Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine. In any event, I thank you for your honesty.
No.
When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard.
I see he's okay with killing them, but not killing Fordona? That's an interesting concept. Like,
Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me.
Or is he just willing not to kill her because she might have information that they need? If she didn't have information, they would have already done it. I don't know. I'm confused.
I bear a share of the blame for Ilberd's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Ala Mhigan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't.
Oh, it's okay.
But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Ala Mhigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering...
Oh.
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Kind of his decision to make. But I honestly think he should be running things. I think he'd be a good leader for... Well, maybe not running everything, but part of the council to run things. I always say to execute them. Revan, that works. That took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Now that's settled. Ehrenwald, what news? We may have a problem, sir. A group of Anata have arrived at the main gates, and I don't mean the Vera. These are the Qualian, the ones that summon the Primal. They're insisting that they allowed to attend the council. Liz is trying to reason with them, but she may need help. An invitation was extended to all the native beast tribes, but we assumed they would refuse it out of hand. We had best go and see for ourselves. Pippin, take command of our forces and be ready for battle. I mean, if you invited them, then it makes sense that they're here. Luneth, you've dealt with them before. I'd have you at my side. I mean, this would be a way to maybe get peace with them and have them not being fighting and killing and stuff like that. So maybe this is a good thing. Are they this way? Okay. Maybe I just want too much peace. It's an interesting game if no one fought anybody. And now I'm running a snowman in the desert. Because Final Fantasy. Is there no way to get there from inside the city? No, there really isn't, eh? Oh, I guess the Ala Mhigo quarter is not... no, it is part of the city, isn't it? Because the city's technically, like, here. Like, this part here. It's just... Yeah, there's no way to get there from there. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I have to leave and then go through the main bridge here. So I love how, like, my outfit's, like, poking out through the butt of my snowman. Maybe we should clear out these, creatures on the main bridge into the city. And maybe that should be on the top of the list of things to do. Oh, here we go. They're all just like cool hanging out with all these creatures around. Like, there's literally two of them right there. They're like, oh, let's just chill and hang out here. Okay, so, Luneth, Ruban, gods, it's good to see you. The Slayer has come. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss, but we did not come here to shed blood. We claim to seek harmony with all who call Garabania home. If this is truly your wish, you will welcome us as envoys of the Anata. It is our wish, and you are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of primals. If you want to enter the palace, I must ask you to first surrender any crystal jewelry you may have. You have my word that it will be returned to you when the meeting is over. We will not do as you ask. But you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. Good point. I reckon that the closest we're going to get to a compromise. And we will have people standing guard. Okay. Let them keep their swords. Then we are in agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. Okay. You can see how nothing can go wrong with letting them attend. Nothing at all, Revan. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? Okay, so what do we have the feeling we've welcomed the Viper into our midst? Okay. Let's complete this. Let's see if we get this weapon coffer. Alright, so this will be the last mission for 4.1, so I'll make sure I do that today. What do I get here? Something good? Something I can use? Something I can use. Ooh. New sword. Ooh. Do you like the look of this one? Not... Oh, it's kind of with the lion head there. Okay, that looks better than initially thought. Like he's got a glowing belly. Alright. Let's talk with you. Ooh, we get a mini of him. Yes, more minis. Okay, he seems unconvinced by the Qualiana's sincerity. Okay. So their elder... This elder's intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Luneth? Mayhap even the enthralled can learn to compromise. You believe an understanding can be reached. Tis not entirely unheard of, I suppose. Those who follow Saint Shiva eventually sought reconciliation with Ishgard. Whatever the truth, I will take no chances. The guard must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the scions? Of course. I'll go round up our comrades and send them to the Ala Mhigo quarter. You go on ahead if you like, Luneth. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. Okay, where are we headed to? Here's our destination. Alright, so Luneth, I've brought reinforcements. Ehrenwald told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agree that it would be prudent to call upon Yestolia and Thancred as well. Yeah, get the gang back together. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I should read the text for him? Uh-oh, did I miss something? I am not familiar with the tribe myself, but Alizé reports suggests that they shun contact with other races. Despite it, in fact, even compared to other Anata. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response or invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lys was forced to make certain or make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Oh, read the text. Sorry, text for the mini. Okay. Okay. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting's to be held in the throne room, it would seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Yestolia and I will stand guard without, and leave the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Okay. Understood. We should join the general inside then. Luneth, do you know of the real entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have instructions to let you pass. Okay, good. Okay, let's go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it says the arms can be detached. I love stuff like that. And Final Fantasy is really good at stuff like that. Oh, gosh. Sail is in my face for a second. You know, I'm kind of excited to be able to fly in this area. Kind of see a little bit more of the city beyond this little area. See how it all connects a little bit better. Okay, so you're the signs, sir. The general left orders that you are to be escorted inside. If you follow me, okay, let's go. I like little lore snippets and stuff, little jokes like that in the minion stuff. All right, purple good, blue bad.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lys Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern.
Kikern, okay, that's how you say it.
You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Ala Mhigo. But before
really
that,
great eyes.
I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
Oh, we're literally sitting on the floor. Okay. Well, I guess not we. They are literally sitting on the floor.
Expertly done. Lys has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game and positioned them to consider a joint government. All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
Good.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenfrid. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kaliana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Gir Abania devote themselves to our faith.
Oh,
you
no.
shall all worship Sri Lakshmi!
Oh, no.
Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
Oh, what? Oh no, oh no, oh no. What? You summoned her right in the middle of the throne room? Oh no.
What's happening? No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Alright, alright. Guessing it's gonna be another trial here. Apparently we have a shield ability. I like this. Oh, no, 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 no.
Gods damn it! The guards were already turned! Fools!
An anti-primal shield. Yeah, we got an anti-primal shield. Pew pew!
No, you don't!
The Kaliana would see us all enthralled.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvold to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Ah, whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick. Come then. Who will be next to die on my steel?
Okay, so our guards were already oh my gosh, already thralls. That's why they probably snuck crystals in. Oh, oh! Oh, okay, I have to leave the group here. Okay. I thought this was going to be a... Oh, but I guess it's going to be a level thingy. Okay, so how do we fight without leaving our allies wide open? We can't stay on the back foot forever? No. If I think that we've already lost, I have the Warrior of Light by my side. We can do this. Okay, so isn't that right, Luneth? Use a duty action, deflect to dissipate the aetherite spheres. Action releases during the battle. Okay. Be warned that allowing an ally to be enthralled by the aetherite shield will result in a failure. Uh-oh. Alright, okay. This is probably going to take a couple turns. He doesn't need a new arm. He doesn't need a new arm, but it would be awesome to have a new arm. Okay, so I've got an ability here. Okay. How do I deflect them? How does that work? Oh, here we go. There's only 2? Okay. I'm guessing I did that right? Oh, deflect. 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 No, that did not work. There we go.
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
Hey, Galactic. Oh gosh, no worries, man. Hopefully everything is all well. Oh gosh. Oh no! Oh, I see. I have to do it before they... Oh gosh, this is going to be so annoying. Okay. Sure, we're going to do it on easy mode. I don't care. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I have to get close to the spheres? Okay. Rainwald, you gonna do something there, buddy? Nope, cool. Gonna stand there. As long as it's something. Oh, see, I thought I just had to be in the line there. I just I had to get close to it. Okay. The line is just
Why,
who they're going
offer
for.
you peace and serenity.
Oh, I can clear multiples at a time. Thanks, Call. There we go. See, I got those 2 at once. Oh, he's doing it too. Okay. It'd be awesome if, like, oh gosh.
I shall free you from your hate.
Oh my god, why are there so many of them? Oh my gosh.
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
At least whatever you're doing, better happen it fast. What? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Well, wasn't expecting her to show up. Beat Lakshmi. Okay. Oh, and she's back to full health, of course. This is where we can actually beat her. Okay. I don't like how our allies are doing the whole like going apart when they need to and coming together when they need to. Where'd you go? Oh, am I supposed to be fighting here now? Nope, okay. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, they're getting away. I can't run away from this. They need us. Okay. Then to fight together. Alphino, the envoys in your care. Okay. Get them out of here. Do not mean to. Very well. I shall see our guests to safety. Oh, way too far behind in my black mana. Ooh. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Active time maneuver? Oh no, what's this? Why, game? Why? Okay. Okay. Oh, I can target her. Okay. This is definitely not the fight I thought it was going to be. I like it though. I like these mechanics here.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Come on. Get myself just in case. Oh. Like, I understand. Okay, I get the whole when there's an arrow above someone's head, you go to them like that. I don't really understand why. Like, is it because you take less damage? Oh, the shield. Stacking splits. Oh, it splits the damage between everybody. Oh, okay. That makes sense. So if it's just one person, it would take X amount of damage. Two people, X distributed between two of them. Okay. Yeah, like I knew we were supposed to, but I couldn't remember. You guys might have mentioned before that's what happens, but I might have forgotten. Very good at forgetting things.
Here it comes!
There we go. Ooh. More people the better. Awesome. Now I completely understand that. Now I just gotta remember that. Now is she gonna be... I think she's gonna get a redemption arc. Not the primal for Dona.
We did it! We beat her!
Uh-oh. Another echo.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Ala Mhigo. Your choice.
Oh, that would have been confusing if they had different markers that meant the same thing during boss fights there to call. I'm glad they made it universal now.
Seven hells. It's her, the butcher.
All the echoes today, I guess. Haven't had them for a while, and now we're getting all of them.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
All right, let's talk to Lise here. I mean, that's a step in the right direction. I like where they're going with this. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do with her. She does have the Echo. She shouldn't have the Echo. Will it eventually be taken away from her? I don't know. Will she eventually join the Scions? I don't know. Will she eventually just be killed? I don't know. But I was not expecting that, that's for sure. Oh, hey, Andrea. How's it going? Oh, you've been sorry. I missed. Galactic, I missed you too. You said it's been good. I'm glad it's been good. Been missing you the last little while. If you're still there, Galactic, hopefully you are. Oh my gosh. Okay, so well fought, Lunith. Well, that was a near thing. Our stand against the Bailiana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd been enthralled, and surely, as our sentries were, they must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... It's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass, we were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson, and watch our own more carefully in the future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne weren't the only thralls in our ranks. So soldiers who first spoke up in favor of them keeping their weapon springs to mind. Primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify the others acting in Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Shistola. We'd appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fortola turned up. What was she even doing here? I asked her to come. As far as you know, once given, it can't be taken away. Oh, okay. You just got home from visiting a friend there, Andrea? Awesome! Yay, friends. Friends are always fun to hang out with. Okay, well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Regenfred was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up the sword looking for forgiveness. She wanted to fight for her country. If you say the word if you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partially to blame for what she became, then as an Ala Mhigan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. It is a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you with reach your destination. Alright, so thank you, Alphino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seemed ready to run. With all determination to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted, Lunith. You and the Scions are to stand down, get some rest. You've earned it. Yay! We get some rest now. Beautiful night sky. This friend thing you speak of. We're friends, Revan. Yay, friends. Friends are fun. I miss my friends.
Fine spot to contemplate the heavens.
I should hang out with some friends soon. Been a minute.
The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, A ruling body of representatives elected by the people. It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
But, Your Grace...
Raubon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Ala Mhigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
Aww.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Aww.
Nanamo. I...
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Tomorrow you will serve Ala Mhigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Definitely all the cuteness there, Revan. They're adorable. Aww. Oh, beautiful night sky. Oh. Alright, let's talk with Lise again. This game is just so amazing.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow.
I keep forgetting that she doesn't have the echo.
No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest. But I must yield the floor to Raubarn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
Wait, does that mean that all of the Syndicate is now Lalafels?
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Yes, the bull of Ala Mhigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Oh, I forgot about... Thanks, DJZR. I totally forgot about Godbird. Oops. Oh. I was literally just talking about him on the Syndicate. My brain not working. It's because he was never in any of those meetings when we met with the Syndicate and stuff. There's another unseen guy as a Highlander? Okay.
Humor. And you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubarn.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
Oh, he's a row, actually. Okay. Oh, okay.
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name.
In any event, one thing is certain. Ala Mhigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Yay! I think it's about time I headed back to Relgar's Reach. What's next for all of you? Alice will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company, Lunith. Why don't you come along to the Reach as well? Once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others. Okay. Upon completion of the quest, you'll be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie attendant. Oh, cool. And who do you need to talk to speak with? Listen, oh, I gotta go to Relgar's Reach. Okay, but we can head to the rooftop gardens now? That's kind of cool. All right. And we have seen them? Okay, I'm bad at remembering things that you guys might remember. And you guys can remember. I'm bad at remembering things. Can I? I kind of want to go to the rooftop garden. I'll do that. Oh, actually. No, not yet. Oh, I have to finish the quest first. Okay. Hero names be crazy. That makes most games in this. No, most names in this game are crazy. For me, at least, to pronounce. All right. Hey, it's Wedge and Biggs. Wedge even has a quest for me. Interesting. Ooh. Use that. Oh, can I not do it because I'm in a mount? But I got a new poison tongue. Okay. I want to see what this one is before we talk with her. Ooh, a 776. An A. What? Oh, A must be the best. Okay, let's go to recommended. Ooh. Save. Yeah, getting a really good deck now. It's raid related? I think that's the raid. Well, I haven't done the raid. How did I get the card if I wasn't raid related? Oh, I'll take it. If you're sitting on top of that, like, things. Oh, sorry, the Biggs is raid related. Okay. The Wedge's quest is raid related. Okay. Good to know, actually. Biggs will give me the raid quest, okay. So, well, here we are again. Alphanode has regaled me the thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. Actually, a lot has happened today. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Yustolia when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on them. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kind still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. Someone has to be made an effort at reconciliation if this conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed. Violence has ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and M tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of their movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the Resistance army, out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a questions for the Resistance newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What? The Bull of Ala Mhigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups. And when Comrade passed his command to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Ralgar's reach, who just happened to be serving as a Resistance spokesman at the time, needing someone to take over the role when everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Roban as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Ala Mhigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which we've so carefully sowed are beginning to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Ala Mhigo blooms. Yay! Now it's going to have like a standing army. Things are going to be good. We got ourselves our little dress-up Roban, some experience and some stuff. Yeah! Now what? Ooh. I do give thanks to the Kami for my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But there they generously ended. Without coin in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like some jetsam. Oh woe, that tied the poor man in a city of rich merchants. Oh, we still don't. Okay, these dango are delicious. Will you have one? More sweet spread? I surrender my blade to secure what few coins we have. Have they lost their memory or something, these two? Ah, it's like talking to a child. What fate saddled me with this burden? I shall never know. But I'm alive, and I must return to my master's side. Okay, so he's not. Okay. Come, Suyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea. Okay, he's fine. Okay. So confused on what's going on with that. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... Uh-oh. Have you heard the reports? First Doma, then Ala Mhigo, and Lord Zenos put to the sword. Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chest and boast loudly of taking his head, regardless. No, he's dead. Nay, Lord Zenos lives? Oh yeah, remember there was that that form that one thing took. Maybe he looks like Lord Zemo. Okay. Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces began rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and above all accurate announcement to quell these incorrect rumors. You love the meanwhile interludes. I like them too. They're fun. Though they would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the viceroy's remains. Then we shall soon put the lie to their claims. Okay, so the Empire doesn't think he's dead. And who's this with their fists? See, they show little snippets, but they don't actually give you... The meanwhiles always give you way more questions than answers. That's for sure. But I think... his remains, his body was his body was massive. You can't just walk that around. But I think that's the end of... You said that was the last mission, right? So I think that should be the end of 4.1. What Super Friend stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream for today. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you Tracer and Sakal and the Dragon for joining me in game. So next week, maybe we'll do some 4.1. Maybe we'll do some Hildebrand. I'll do my best. Again, I'll let you guys know for sure. I'll do my best to try to do some streaming next Thursday. But I might not stream next Thursday, so it might be on Friday. But I will let you guys know in the Discord. My plan is to be a little bit more in advance like that. I might even start kind of putting my plan is to put on Mondays in the streaming section, I'll put a schedule for the whole week. And then my plan is to actually on that Monday make the streaming schedule on YouTube, so you already have when it's going to be. So you'll have like a week of when I'm going to be streaming as videos already, and then as I go live, about 2 hours before I go live, I'll put them into the actual streaming thing. So the streaming when I'm streaming part of the Discord. So check that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. Was a blast. Very excited to see what's going on. Finish 4.2. So that means we only got like what 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5? Is there 4.6? I'm not sure. Usually there's only 0.5, so maybe 5 more parts before I get to Shadowbringers, but then I've got like the raid to do and other stuff to do, so lots of stuff to do. But hopefully soon enough. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. Always a pleasure. And as always, until next time, keep your stick on the ice. Oh, you guys are the best. It's 4.4 and 4.55. Okay, bye everybody. Bye-bye.